Hi, welcome back. And maybe we should turn that off. We don't want to get like copyright infringement, right? That's not even in the same universe. Well, our journey is coming to an end. We did the original 6 Avengers, and now we're going to do their family meal. So let's get out of this shirt and let's make some shawarma. All right. So we're going to start off by making the bread. What I mean by bread, I mean pita. So we're going to need some yeast, some sugar, some salt, some olive oil, some Greek yogurt, some flour, bread flour, all-purpose flour, really up to you, and some warm water. So let's get going. Actually, skip that. We're not going to make the pita first. We're going to start with the chicken because that's going to bake for about 4-5 hours. Since I knew I was going to make this ahead of time, I marinated these last night. And we've got ourselves about 10, 12 chicken thighs, and we marinated that with some olive oil, some lemon juice, some lemon zest, oregano, cardamom, paprika, smoked paprika, coriander, salt, pepper. I think that's about it. Oh, garlic. Yeah, and it's about teaspoon, tablespoon of each around. Let's get our dish and let's start stacking everything up. All right, so we're gonna, I guess, stack them and alternate them in different directions. So there's our tower of meat. Looks a little bit better from there. All right, so we're gonna top that with half an onion, half a tomato, I guess. Yeah. So we're gonna be putting that into the oven at 225. That in about 3 hours, and then we're gonna crank it all the way up to like 400. And now the pita bread. Making a lot of pitas, so we're just gonna do quarter cup water, uh, half a teaspoon of dry active yeast, and about half a teaspoon of sugar to activate it. All right, so for the dry ingredients, we got a cup of bread flour, quarter teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of sugar. Look at it go. Hopefully, we're going to have enough. Is this even on? Okay. I bought this the other day. There's supposed to be pearl couscous in your boil it in the bag. So let's try that out. We're kind of jumping all over here. So for the tabbouleh, we're gonna have one bunch of parsley, some mint, some dill, lemon, tomato. Did I say green onion? Lemon, salt, pepper. And for those of you who don't like dill or mint, well, too bad. All right, our water is boiling, and where did I put that bag? Oh. All right. See you in 5 minutes. Let's check on our yeast water mixture. Maybe a little bit. Rinse our vegetables while that's cooking, and then we're gonna cut everything up. Would you look at that? All right. The I forgot my words. Yeast mixture is ready, so let's add our dry. And I know you're supposed to add the wet to the dry, but I forgot. Here we go. And as the mixture's going, let's cut up some vegetables. Now just add some tomatoes, and bread is about under go. It's done. So let's let it rest for a little bit. Where were we? Oh yeah, tomatoes still there. So let's give that a taste. Maybe a little bit more salt. All right, so we got the bread rising, we got the chicken in the oven, we got the couscous, we got the tabbouleh, maybe potatoes, maybe garlic sauce. Let's see if we can
About
get that done.
2 hours, and it's about time to turn up the heat.
375 for maybe like garlic sauce. We're gonna need a bunch of garlic, a bunch of lemon juice, and some neutral oil, either canola oil or vegetable oil. Need a cup of peeled garlic, so maybe not a bunch. Maybe let's see how much we can get done. All right, let's peel 2 whole heads. So that's going to be 21 cloves of garlic that we're going to have to chop. Actually, we don't have to slice them all the way because we just have to cut them in half and we get to put them in the food processor. Cut in half. Time to milk some lemons. No. Squeeze some lemons. Juice the lemons. Lemons gives us about how much is that? Half a cup. Down just a little bit. So after about 10-15 minutes, should both give that a taste. Yeah, now garlic. We make the potatoes. So the potatoes, we're going to do a half boil, half fry. And at the same time, we can start heating up our cast iron pan to cook the pitas. Pita!
That looks to be about done.
Our dough has arisen, so we're going to separate that into 12 balls and then let that rise another time. And yeah. Once again, I can't count. Turns out 12. We're going to cover these up for another 20 minutes or so. So remember, you got to like, subscribe, comment, ring that bell. Let's get us to more subscribers. Let's roll out our little pitas. We're just going to put a little bit of oil in our pan. I'm going to let's give it another minute. Oh, that's puffing up nice. Look at that. Let that one go. And now for the last part, we're frying up some potatoes. So here we have just a little bit of everything, so I don't fill it before supper. I'm going to give everything a little taste. Let's dig in. Pita is nice, a little bit chewy. Tabbouleh. All right, so that's all I got. Everything was really good and really didn't take all that much time. Well, it took about 4 hours. Fairly easy to make. And, it's a nice big, I guess you can choose to eat this like family style, put this around the table and grab everything that you want. And I guess it's kind of very suitable for like a final Avengers meal. Yeah. So yeah, we did the original 6, and we did this. So we have 7 superhero meals. So I don't know if we're going to continue the superhero motif later. We might just go move on to something else. And yeah, so hope you enjoy, and let me know what you think. All right.